Salute, Coach Flemming here, aka Flemming the Process Larsen, back with another hybrid boxing video. It's been a while since my last video. That's because I had surgery with post-surgery complications and I went through a lot of pain, but now I'm back. My first 3 videos covered the high guard stance, the Philly shield stance and the peekaboo stance. And the fighting stance is the first thing a new boxer will learn when they step into a gym. The next thing will probably be stepping. And what is stepping? Stepping is a fundamental type of footwork that allows you to move in all 4 directions. And stepping is essential for boxing. When you watch boxers, you will probably notice that they move effortlessly. They move in and out of range, they take angles, and they're able to hit without getting hit. Why is this? Footwork. Footwork is essential for boxing. Some people say you box with your feet, not with your hands. And there's truth to this. Footwork allows you to be the dominant fighter. And as I said, stepping is a basic type of footwork, very fundamental. But even stepping has more advanced applications. We're not going to cover those in this video. In this video we're going to stick to the basics. So in this video we're going to cover stepping, double steps and box steps. I always see Bob and he keeps coming back for more. Why is that? Short answer, he likes it. If you like this video, you should come back for more too. And the best way to do that is just as quick as a 1, 2, hit like, hit subscribe. It actually helps the YouTube algorithm and that helps me to make more videos for you. And as you are enjoying this content, don't forget to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it with you. I appreciate you. Here's what you have to do. I'm back. Okay, stepping allows you to move in 4 directions: forward, backwards, right and left in its basic form. And I'm now going to show you stepping versus walking. Now, whenever we walk normally, this is the action. And if I had to fight, I wouldn't walk up to an opponent like this. This is a hands down and not protected, every target presented. And whenever I take a step, I cross my feet, And when you cross your feet in a fight, right at this moment where the feet are crossing, I'm not really strong. My balance is not optimal. Here my balance is good. Here my balance is good. Here it's compromised. So instead of walking, crossing our feet in stepping, we would approach the opponent more like this. This would be stepping. I'm now going to break down stepping. When we learn a new skill in hybrid boxing, we train in tiers. Tier 1 is slow, and it is you can put counts on it, so you can break the technique down into several steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And tier 1 is used to pay attention to all the details and to learn the technique, understand the technique. Then we have tier 2. Tier 2 is 1 continuous movement with no breaks, 1 count, but it is done slowly and with flow. So we call that slow with flow. And that's used to get flow into your techniques and to catch errors. Then you have tier 3, which is hot sauce. Hot sauce is used for speed and power. That is to say, you put speed and power into your technique. And that is good for demonstrations and for training skills with intensity. And then we have tier 4, which is fight mode. And fight mode is used to spar a resisting opponent and in fights. So in fight modes, there's no guesswork, no doubt. Muscle memory is what's dictating your movements, and you move without thought. That's fight mode. Okay, in this video we're gonna use tier 1 and tier 2 primarily. We're not gonna go to tier 4 at all. I'm gonna break down stepping, as I said. And stepping from your fighting stance, when we step, we don't step on stiff legs like this. When we step, we bend our knees, bend your knees. So your knees relaxed, bent. You have one foot in front and one foot in the rear. And I always have the bulk of my weight on one leg at any time. So if my weight is primarily on my front leg, then I raise my heel on the rear leg. At first you can raise it a lot to make sure, and when you get better you just raise it a little. So you put your weight on the front leg and you have a light leg here. You can move your weight to the rear leg and then you have a light leg here raising this heel. So always one heel up. And this becomes important in stepping, because whenever I want to step, I move one leg first, and the leg I move first would be the leg that's moving into the same direction as the step. So when I step forward, I move my front leg first. When I step backwards, I move my back leg first. When I step to the right, I move my right leg first. And when I step to the left, I move my left leg first. And why is it important which heel is up and which heel is down? That's because if I step forward, I want to have my weight on my front leg. I want to anchor my front leg like this, which means my rear heel is up. When I step backwards, I want to put my weight on the rear leg, which means the front heel is up. When I step to the right, I put my weight on the right leg, which means the front leg is up. When I step to the left, I put my weight on the left leg, which means the right heel is up. So you move the leg first, that's in the direction you're moving, and you put your weight on the leg that's in the direction you're moving. And the other leg is the light leg. This gives you the ability to move in 4 directions without compromising your fighting stance. You have balance, you have good form, and you have a platform that allows both offense and defense. So I'm first going to show you stepping forward. And whenever I move the front foot this much, I move the rear foot this much. I would never move in basic stepping the front foot a lot and the rear foot a small amount, so my stance gets wider. I maintain the same stance all the time. So stepping forward. Left leg goes first because left leg is my forward leg. Left, right. 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 I'm now going to move back, and my back leg is my right leg, so I'm going to move my right leg first. Right, left. 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 Always in balance, always maintaining a good fighting stance. I'm going to give you a side view. I'm going to start by moving forward. Moving the forward leg first, the left leg first, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Notice my weight is here and this foot is the light foot. Moving backwards, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Notice this is the weighted leg, this is the light leg, right, left. That's basic stepping, forwards and backwards. I'm now going to show you right and left. When I move to the right, I move my right leg first. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Notice my weight is on the right leg, right leg is the left leg. I'm now switching my weight, so I'm able to move to my left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. My weight is here, my right leg is here. I'm going to give you a side view, moving to my right. This is my right leg right now. It's going to become my weighted leg because I'm moving in this direction. And this leg is going to become the right leg when I'm moving in this direction. Moving to my right. Right, left, 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 right, left. I'm going to move back towards my left. So I'm going to switch my weight to the left leg. This is now my weighted leg when I'm stepping, and my right leg is going to become my right leg. Left, right, 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 left, right. Switching my weight whenever I want to step. Boom, boom. The weight shifts. That was stepping in all four directions. Forwards, backwards, right and left. I'm now going to show double stepping. And instead of moving like this, I'm gonna put a little more spring into my steps. So a double step would be like this. Backwards, like this. To the right and to the left. That's a double step. You can use that to gain a little more distance when you close the distance. You can step and punch with the second step. You can punch with the first step and move in closer after the punch. You can punch with the first and the second step. Double steps. We have something called walking the floor we use to practice our skills. We can practice a lot of skills walking the floor, but now I'm going to practice double steps. So I'm going to perform a double step, and then I'm going to take a single step, and then I'm going to perform a double step and take a single step. The single step breaks up whatever skill. If I was practicing a jab, it would be jab, jab, step, jab, jab, step. But now it's a double step, so it's double step, step. Okay, walking the floor with double steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. Backwards. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. Walking the floor with double steps. And you can do this alone or in a group. In a group setting, someone would say, ready? And the group would answer, ready? And then someone would say, 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 1, 2, 1, 2, step, and the group would follow. So that's a good dynamic for practicing in a group setting. Okay, we can do the same thing to the side. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, step. 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 Right and left. So that's double steps. And double steps from the side, moving forward. closing the distance. Moving backwards. So now we have step and double steps. Okay, I talked about tiers. If we were going to put a step into tier 1 and I wanted to move forward, and let's say my weight was already at the front leg, it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Making sure I pay attention to the details. So, is my weight on the right leg? Yes. Is my weight off the right leg? Yes. Am I moving a big step and a small step, which would be wrong? So I have to correct it. Move equal with both feet. Okay. Are my knees bent? Yes. Are my elbows in? Yes. Are my hands high? Yes. I pay attention to the details. Is my chin down? I pay attention to every detail when I'm in tier 1. Once I'm satisfied the details are in order, then I go to tier 2. And tier 2 is not 1, 2, 1, 2 like this. Tier 2 is slow with flow. One movement, okay? Tier 3 would be more aggressive. Moving in, moving out, moving in, moving out in tier 3, okay? So that's how you practice in tiers. And in hybrid boxing we also follow a process, and a process means we have daily drills we set ourselves and we practice those to get muscle memory. And we start in tier 1 because we want to learn the technique the right way. Once we are sure the technique is correct, then we move to tier 2 and tier 3, making sure every time we step up a tier, the technique is still correct. If you discover you're making a mistake when you go to a higher tier, then you go down a tier again. Once you are in tier 3, able to do the technique flawlessly, then you will have learned it the right way. And learning techniques the right way is very, very important, because I say practice makes habit. And if I practice like this, every time I jab, I drop my hands, or I might bring the jab back low like this, then I'm developing a bad habit. So when I'm practicing in tier 1, I would say turn the hip, extend the arm, shoulder high, bring the elbow in, hand high. Turn, extend, bring back, hand high. Turn, extend, bring back, high. That's how I check every detail, including the weight distribution. So once I have checked my details in tier 1, I move to tier 2. And if it's good in tier 2, I move to tier 3. Each tier gives me muscle memory. And if you get muscle memory, performing the technique the right way, then it will become impossible for you to execute the technique wrong later on in your boxing game. So always remember, practice makes habits. Develop good habits, get those good habits into your muscle memory, and you will excel in your boxing game. That's how we use a process to learn. That's how we train in tiers. I've shown you a simple box step, a double box step. I'm now going to show you what the box step does is in the basic form. It allows you to move in 4 directions, and you practice this in something we call what stepping does in its basic form, it allows you to move in 4 directions. And we practice this using something called a box step. And a box step is imagining a square on the floor, like this, or like this, So what I'm doing is I'm moving forward, right, backward, left, step, step, forward, left, backwards, right, step, step, forward, right, backwards, left, step, step, forward, left, backwards, right, step, step. That was box steps, walking the floor. I'm now going to do backwards box steps, walking the floor. So I'm going to move backwards, right, forward, left, step, step, backwards, left, forward, right, step, step, backwards, right, forward, left, step, step, backwards, left, forward, right, step, step. That's box steps. And in tier 1, you will go forward, checking your balance, checking your knees, checking your elbows, checking your arms, checking your chin, checking everything. Move right, checking that the weight shifted from the front leg to the right leg, to the left leg to the right leg, and everything else. Moving backwards, checking weight, heavy, light. Moving to your left, checking heavy, light. Every detail in tier 1. And then you move to tier 2 and tier 3. You can do the same with double box steps. Moving in all directions. So forward, right, backwards, left, step, step, forward, left, back, right, step, step, forward, right, backwards, left, step, step, forward, left, backwards, right, step, step. You can do the same thing moving backwards, right, forward, left, step, step, backwards, left, forward, sorry, right, step, step, backwards, right, forward, left, step, step, backwards, left, forward, right, step, step. So box steps with simple stepping, with single stepping, and box steps with double stepping. So to summarize, footwork is essential, and stepping is the basic form of footwork every boxer needs to learn. That will make it easier to develop your boxing game later on when you have footwork such as stepping become muscle memory the right way. Train in tiers. Tier 1, slow to learn, put counts on it. Tier 2, slow with flow to get flow and catch mistakes. Tier 3 for speed and power. And Tier 4 for fight mode. The 3 forms of stepping we saw today was single steps, double steps and box steps. And that's basic stepping. There are more advanced applications for stepping, but that's for another video. Today was fundamentals, essentials, basic footwork. And this is key for for your development in boxing. So, to recap, forward stepping, forward leg first, weight on forward leg. Backward stepping, backward leg first, weight on back leg. Stepping to the right, right leg first, weight on the right leg. Stepping to the left, left leg first, weight on the left leg. Double steps, the same thing, just a little more spring in your step. Like this. Like this. And box steps, 4 directions. Or backwards. So that's all I had to say about stepping. It's important. I hope you could use it. This is Flemming from Denmark saying salute. See you on the next one.